Sitting beneath Tightwad Hill, California Memorial Stadium in Berkeley, it's the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Cal Golden Bears. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. And the Golden Bears will kick off first, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Got the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Tells the run, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I'm a huge fan of offensive aggressiveness to start a football game. I think the defense is getting settled in. They play up a little bit. They play a little bit more aggressive. They got more emotion, and the offense takes advantage. Nice big play over the top. Stay aggressive, offense.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And he made the extra point without problem. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Leaves it with the back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
JKS under pressure. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled him. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. And you're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. From the gun on third down, Songa Bolatelli. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Iowa spends his second timeout here. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires left. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Give running right, it's Kamari. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. This time they'll throw it. Touchdown, Iowa! Made the grab in the end zone. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession.
Booster, booster! 95-96 bridge! 95-96 bridge! Let it go!
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Songa Bolatelli rushes on. Wide open downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the 1st quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Strong. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Golden Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Handoff to the lone back. So much change of direction. He's down to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. Jaron Kiave Songopolatelli. Quick completion on the out. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Rush right in his face. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing Songopolatelli. Throws to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Caught, and he's got room. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Well, he threw a touchdown on the last drive. You saw him on the sideline talking to his play caller. Let's keep throwing it. They can't stop us. So here they are in the very next drive. First play, and they're taking a shot. This offense right now, you can tell, they feel like they're unstoppable throwing.
Throwing right. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Handoff for Malton. Pass to 6. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
The Hawkeyes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Off play action on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Cal's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse, and field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Right side, it's Hendricks. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Hendricks. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Long way to go on 2nd down.
Over. Ready, ready. 14-24 plus. 14-24 plus. Ready to go.
Working the ground game. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28.
Red 54, red 54. Q. Ready to go.
JKS. Quickly out to the tight end. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thomas. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Again, it's Songo Bolatelli. Look out! And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Now the Hawkeyes will call their 3rd and final timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here.
Booster! Go!
4th down, Songa Bolatelli. He wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Turning it on. Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Hawkeyes.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Black 88. Level. Ready, go.
Songa Bolatelli. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Left side is strong. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
Freeze. Down. Go.
Fresh set of downs going up top. He wants to take the top off. Goes high to pull it in. And more than move the chains, they'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Golden Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. From the gun, he's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second and long here. Jaron Kiave Songa Bolatelli timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Cal uses its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Golden Bears will go for it on 4th down.
Ready? One, chip. Sweep. Return. Q. Where did he go?
Snapped it, and he has to have it. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Into the house. Touchdown, Cal!
Well, that was a huge touchdown for the offense there, just to try to get some mojo going here at halftime. It had been tough sledding here in the first half. Only a field goal before they finally got into the end zone. So obviously still a lot of work to do. You're still trailing on the scoreboard. But that's going to do a lot for their confidence, I think, before heading into the second half.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime.
Let it go.
As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. And the Hawkeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And after that play got sideways, the intentional grounding brings up 2nd and long.
Ready. Blue 22. Blue 22. Hydro. Right. Booster. Go.
Throwing Songo Bolatelli.
But how impressed are you right now at this defensive line here early in the second half? They are getting a tremendous pass rush up front. It doesn't matter what you do in the back end, coverage-wise, blitz-wise. If those dudes up front win the one-on-ones, for any offense, it's going to be an issue. And now, David, they've got this offense backed right up against the wall.
Man, they got them backed up right where they want them. A big opportunity not only to get points for their offense in the future, but maybe get points on their defense, right? When you back them up right here, how aggressive do you want to be? Because as a play caller, I know the defense can be aggressive, which also means I can take shots and sometimes make big plays.
Songo Bolatelli from the gun on 3rd down. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down.
And defensively on 3rd down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle them, and you got to get them to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the 4th down.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Songo Bolatelli lets it fly. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He's changing the play. From the gun, it's Moulton. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The fake wants to throw. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the second half, you drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Golden Bear offense ready to start this drive. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Looking deep. Makes the grab on the left side. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. JKS unleashes to the end zone. Looking to the end zone, it's incomplete.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Songo Politelli. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long.
Sweep. Go.
Snaps it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it, and more than enough for a 1st down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Golden Bears trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Quarterback keeps it. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They'll line up to go for two. Sangapovatelli. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. At the 35, he's open. Oh, a lot of space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Hawkeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Out wide right, it's Moulton. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And that's a nice job by the offense, man. I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Caught behind the line. It's Diaz. There he goes. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. And now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Going to the run, it's Moulton. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he's loose and hit.